Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the live watch along. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know your score predictions. The WAFCON is upon us, guys. The WAFCON is upon us. Super Falcons are kicking off against Tunisia in what should be an exciting match. And I'm here to give you my live commentary, live reactions, and hopefully you guys enjoy the game with me. Oshoala is leading the line. Of course, Ajibade is the captain. Inadozie is in goal. Deborah Abiodun starts with Halimatu Ayinde in the midfield. And I'm expecting a comfortable performance from the girls today. And hopefully we're able to get our first 3 points on the board. Let me know where you guys are watching from. The game is on the way. I'm so happy to see Ashley Plumter in the side. For everybody that's asking where to watch the match, check your local broadcaster. Go on CAF's website. CAF on their websites, they have a list of all the countries and all the broadcasters. Check your local broadcaster. I cannot show the match. I sometimes I didn't want to answer because I get tired of having to explain the concept of a watch along every single time I do this. I cannot show the match, guys. Copyright. This is an official tournament. You cannot show the match without being an official broadcaster. So this is a live watch along where we get to watch the game from our individual homes, and then we react, you know, and enjoy watching the game together here. So check your local broadcaster. I don't have any link. I cannot show the game. Check your local broadcaster. Someone say he's begging. If it doesn't matter how much you beg. If I show the game, the channel gets suspended. Are you going to help me recover the channel? No. So it doesn't even make any sense because it's not going to do 5 minutes before they suspend the stream, suspend the channel. I'm the one that will lose at the end of the day. You'll move on to somebody to somewhere else that you can watch the game. So it's just impossible to show the tournament. It is impossible. So guys, please, this is a live watch along. I'm reacting, I'm commenting on the game as I watch, and hopefully you guys are watching at home as well. Where to watch the game depends on the country that you are in. Where to watch the game depends on the country that you are in. So I'm watching it on TV here. Free kick to the Super Falcons. Early free kick. Cross comes in. Ashley Plumter. First goal. Was that Plumter or Halley? Oh, Oshwala. First goal. Go. As easy as that. Asisat Oshwala. First goal for the Super Falcons. 1-0 in the fourth minute. Was that? Oshwala gives us the lead. That's how we like it, man. Start fast. Let's beat these guys. Beautiful cross from the left. Oshoala got a head on it. Let me watch the replay. That was Babajide's cross, and Oshoala with, was that Oshoala? Or did she just celebrate? I have to watch it. Okay, yeah. Beautiful cross from was that Babajide on her left foot? And then Oshoala just got a shoulder on it, I think. And he creeps in. First goal for the Super Falcons. 1-0. What a fantastic way to start, eh? Fantastic way to start. All the people that said, why is Oshoala in the squad? She's slow now. She does not do this. She does not do that. It didn't even take 5 minutes. She has already scored a goal. You cannot leave a player like Oshoala out of the squad. It just does not happen. You can't leave a player like Oshoala out. She still assists at. Oh, they gave the goal to Plumter. Because I thought it was Plumter that touched it, but Oshoala ran to celebrate. I mean, we have to wait and I don't know. But right now they gave the goal to Plumter. But either way, Oshoala's impact has been felt already in 5 minutes. Fantastic start for the Super Falcons. I love that. Come on, Michelle. Good defending. Corner kick to Tunisia. Nice header away. Plumter's on the ball now on the left. Wow. I knew we were going to have a good game, but I didn't think we would score that early. But I love it, man. If you watch the game between Senegal and DR Congo, Senegal soundly beat DR Congo. First half 4-0, you know. So I need our girls to go there and score goals. And I need somebody on our team to be the top scorer in this tournament. So we need goals, man. We need goals. Because they let Mama Diop score 2 goals today, as well as her teammate. I think it was 2 braces in that game. 4-0 Senegal won earlier. Chebak already scored in the first game as well. Babrabanda and Kunanaji also scored in the first game. So we need to get our star players on the board as well. Nice one, Rash. The only thing I'm not happy about is that the coach did not start to train me today. But other than that, good lineup. The game has settled down a little bit now. After the early goal, the game has settled down. But we're still controlling possession for the most part. Tunisia are trying to play compact, trying to play, organized football. Super Falcons have to now try to break them down. Well, largely in control of possession. Plump, I like how we're moving the ball side to side, actually trying to build something up properly. Good movement off the ball as well from the players. before they try to find that incisive pass, which we've not been able to find so far. But still, I like the movement on and off the ball and the ball movement as well. It's currently 1-0 to the Super Falcons. It's currently 1-0 to the Super Falcons. Early goal from Ashley Plumter, maybe Asisa to Shwala. I need to watch the replay a few more times to be sure who got the last touch. But one of the two, either Plumter or Shwala. Oshuala ran away celebrating, but on the screen they showed the goal for Ashley Plumter. So I'm not sure who got the final touch on it, honestly. Nice one, Halima too. And go to the gym, man. Get up. Get up. Nothing there. Shoulder to shoulder. You're not strong enough. Nice. Okay, now they've awarded the goal to Asista to Oshuala. So yes, Oshuala goal. She got the final touch. Oshuala goal. It's so people on social media and this thing are so funny. I don't know if you can see this, but I literally just got an email, and the email says F Nigeria. The person is a Moroccan fan. That's the email that the person just sent to me. F Nigeria. I don't understand people sometimes. Enjoy. We're not even playing against Morocco. Come on, Tony. Ooh, she got crowded out, but she dribbled the first girl with ease. 13 minutes gone. It's still 1-0 to the Super Falcons. It's still 1-0 after 13 minutes. I think that's Desire Opera Nozi on commentary. Opera Nozi is on commentary. Nice to hear her voice. Former Super Falcons captain, proper servant of the national team. And they ball to Assisat. Assisat on the turn. Come on, Assisat. You have to be better in possession than that. Too strong for you. Nice one, Deborah. And then the ball over the top for Tony. Tony on the right flank. Cuts it back. She needs help. Ooh, maybe she doesn't. Nice skill. To Michelle. Michelle left footed cross, wayward cross. Tony Payne is getting a lot of action in this first half. She needs to create something. Even though they're double teaming her every time she gets the ball on the right flank. Ajibade is playing through the middle. I don't love it. I like Ajibade when she's playing out wide, when she gets a chance to run at her opposition. But the coach is playing Ajibade more like a 10 and is playing Tony Payne on the right. Babajide is playing on the left. I don't quite love where Ajibade is playing, but she's not bad there. She's not bad. I just don't love her. I like her when she has the time and space to run at her defender and cause problems. But yeah, that's what the coach has elected to do. I don't know. Personally, I would even rather maybe play. I don't know. I don't know if I'll play Payne through the middle instead of. I don't know. But I think they should be able to interchange on the field relatively easily. And hopefully Ajibade can get more of the ball. 73% possession for the Super Falcons so far in this match. We're clearly in control. Tunisia are just trying to be compact, trying to sit back and wait for us to make mistakes. So edge of the box, Ajibade to Tony Payne. Tony Payne, give us a cross. Oh, good defending there. Good play by Ashley Plumter to find Rash. Rash found Tony Payne. Tony Payne tried to find Oshuala in the box, but it was defended well by Tunisia. Corner kick to the Super Falcons. The way this game is going, yeah, there's definitely more goals in it for Nigeria. We're dominating possession. We're clearly in control. Tunisia are paying us a lot of respect. You know, it's clearly our game. We just need to be a bit more creative and take our chances when we get them. Yeah, someone said I prefer Payne and Ajibade should swap. Yeah, you know, Ajibade will give us more from that flank, man. Dribbling, creating chances, putting crosses in the box. But I think the coach wants her to be the chief creator in the middle. Good corner by Babajide. Oh, header over the top. Just over by Tosin Dimei. Dimei needs to work on her jumping. She gets a lot of these opportunities from set pieces and from crossing, but she's almost never able to get it on target. I feel like she needs to time her jumps properly. See, this one hit her shoulder. She needs to time her jumps properly and get better as a header because she has the physical presence. She's tall enough, and she's quite good at getting the space in the air, but she just almost never really times her jump to perfection that she's able to get a clean contact on the ball. We saw the same thing at the World Cup, saw the same thing at the Olympics. It's something that she can get better at as she improves as a football player. But that was a half chance for the Super Falcons. Enadozie never touch ball. Oh. Ajibade in the middle. Good strength. But the pass miscommunication there between Plumter, Ajibade, and Babajide. Ajibade finds Tony Payne. Oh, that's Michelle. Someone said the Nigerian coach should stop shouting. Allow Madu go. That's the style of coaching. Even though I agree, like shouting non-stop. Ooh, mistake. Ashley Plumter on the left. Come on, pick a pass, Ashley. Good cross. But decent. She could have tried to find Ajibade on the edge of the box there. I don't know. The ball is still in the Tunisia penalty box, still under pressure. Michelle gets it on the edge of the box. She puts a cross in, headed away. Ajibade, edge of the box. Can't take the shot from there. Oh, and then the shot finally comes in from, I think that was Deborah Abiodun, but it goes well over the bar. Yeah, Abiodun is not known for her goal scoring. You could tell she didn't get over the ball. She was always leaning back, well over. But Ashley, man, maybe she could have pulled that one back to the edge of the box or the penalty spot. Half chance for the Super Falcons there to make it 2-0. Oh yeah, the coach don't sit down. The person has said he should stop shouting. The coach is on his seat now. Oh, ooh, Tunisia with possession right side of our box, edge of the box. Tunisia, a chance to take a shot is blocked by Tosin. Now Nigeria on the move with Babajide. That's a free kick. Yeah, free kick to Nigeria. Someone said I'm behind. What you don't realize is that there is a lag between when I speak and when you actually hear me. So it is not quite real time, even though it's a live stream. When I speak, there's a little bit of a lag before you hear me. So by the time you hear what I'm saying about a moment, it's probably in real time already past that moment. So that's why you might think like, oh, I'm a couple seconds behind or whatever. Oh, Abiodun needs to be careful with her tackles sometimes. That's the way she got sent off in the first game of the World Cup. That was a bad tackle. That's a yellow card challenge. I'm surprised the ref didn't book her. That's a yellow card challenge. Oh, the ref did book her. Okay, the ref did give her the yellow. Yeah, that's a bad tackle. That's a bad tackle. She needs to be more careful. That's the inexperience there a little bit. That's the inexperience there a little bit with Deborah Abiodun. That's the inexperience there a little bit. That's one of the reasons why, as much as I like Abiodun, I prefer Uchebe. But she just needs to be careful. She'll probably not play 90 minutes now. She'll probably not play 90 minutes. Hopefully, she can avoid getting sent off. But in the second half, you probably need to take her off. I person saying that's red card. Are you want them to send her off me? It's not it she didn't go with excessive force. It was just ill timed. So I don't think it would be a red card challenge. I think a yellow suffices. Bad timing on the challenge. She stepped on the girl's leg, but it wasn't high, it wasn't excessive force. She wasn't out of control. I don't think he meets the requirements for a red card. And she wasn't particularly endangering the opponents per se. Just one of those football tackles. But she needs to be more careful, that's for sure. Okay, I will say this again for everyone that is complaining about where to watch the game. Go on CAF's website. On CAF's website, there is a list of all the countries and the TV stations that are shown in all the countries. So go on CAF's website, find the list of all the media broadcasters, and match the country that you are in to the TV station. That is the way to watch the game, guys. Otherwise, you can look online for illegal websites that are probably streaming the game. But I'm not going to promote illegal website on my stream before they come and carry me. I can't show the game because of copyright laws. So go on CAF's website, find the list of all the media broadcasters, and check what country you're in. Check the broadcaster. That's how to watch the game, guys. You cannot blame CAF because you don't want to go and check or because you don't want to watch on TV. You can't blame them for that. So please go and check so that you can watch the game and then enjoy the watch along while you're watching the game. That's as much as I can help you. I cannot go and start listing every single country and where to watch it. It's impossible. There is in America, Olatunde. If only you just check. There is the game is streaming in America. You just have to check. The game is streaming in America. Somebody said none in UK. If I go and check now, I'm sure I'll see a UK TV station. But just check the CAF website. There is a list of over like 40, 50 broadcasters in different countries, different parts of the world. Tunisia on the break. On the left side, Tunisia with a chance. Cross into the box, but there's no one there. Unadozie finally gets a little bit of the action. Ajibade, edge of the box. With the shot. Ooh, drags it wide. It's been since we scored that goal, we haven't really created any clear cut chances. It's been fairly dull since then. But we're still in control. We're still dominant. We're still controlling possession. You know, nothing to really worry about in terms of Tunisia getting a goal of their own. Not just crossing the ball, like I said, 28 minutes gone. Cooling break. Still 1-0 to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. The goal in the fourth minute by Agbabola Asisat Oshoala. She got the final touch from a nice cross that was whipped in by Omorin Solababajide. Slight touch off her shoulder. And yeah, a fine goal. I want us to be a bit more creative, a bit more incisive, but I don't want to get greedy. CAF is not a disgrace to Africa. The game, I don't want to spend the whole stream talking about this. Go on CAF's website, find the link, the list of broadcasters, match your country to the broadcaster. The game is showing every. If you're in Africa, the game is definitely streaming if you're in Africa. If you're in North America, the game is showing. If you're in Europe, the game is showing. If you're in Asia, they have broadcasters that are showing the game. If you are not in any of those countries, go online, look for an illegal website, watch the game. There are ways to watch it. You just have to make a little bit of an effort. And I don't know why people don't want to make the effort, but they want to insult CAF and they want to, complain. I really don't know. Even if you are in Asia, there are broadcasters in Asia. Someone said no in the UK. If there's none in the UK, then maybe, yeah, maybe the UK broadcasters did not pick it up. Maybe the broadcasters did not pick it up. UK is more focused on the women's Euros. Maybe that's the case. Maybe they care more about the women's Euros because women's Euros is going on at the same time. So you blame the UK, not CAF. CAF will not give it to them for free if they're not paying for it. That's the reality. So you blame the UK, not CAF. And that's why we need to support our women's football in Africa more, because the more we support women's football in Africa, then the more what's it called? The more they are willing to pay and they are willing to show these games. It's not about Nigeria's match, Vincent. It's not about this is not a matter of Nigeria playing. This is a matter of CAF and the WAFCON. It doesn't matter who is playing. This is not a matter of Nigeria's match. I know that yes, when Nigeria is playing games at home, we have issues, but this is not the case of Nigeria game. This is CAF. This is the WAFCON. It's an international tournament. Nigeria is not in charge of broadcasting. These Tunisian girls need to go to the gym, Joe. They're not strong enough, just falling down for everything. Thank you for your support, Miwechi. I appreciate it, man. I see you. Thank you for your support. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support, Miwechi. When everybody they complain, now you they support, man. Thank you. Other than that early goal, our play honestly hasn't been that great. Tunisia are playing compact and we can't seem to break them down. Oh my god. Lami, don't stress me, I beg. Don't stress me. Babajide in possession. Tony Payne on her left foot takes a cross or a shot rather. Thank you. Please read the comment on the screen. If they close my account, you people will move on. You won't care. You won't say, okay, AyoT, you've lost your YouTube revenue. Oh yeah, let me be sending you money every month. None of that. Even now that you watch, most of you don't support the channel with super chats. You even to like the video now. How many people are streaming? How many people have liked the video? So even like that is free. You don't support it like you want me to show match within 5 minutes, the stream will end, the channel will be suspended. You'll move on to the next channel that you find. It's a lose-lose situation for me. I have nothing to gain from illegally streaming the game. Like I have nothing to gain. So I can't stream the match, guys. Look for your local broadcaster that's showing the game and enjoy it, or look for an illegal website and watch the game. But I can't do that. It's unfortunate, but I can't. Michelle Ainde on the ball. Ajibade on the right side. Decent cross. You see, this is why I need Ajibade on the right side. First opportunity with her on the right side. Her cross wasn't perfect, but it was decent enough. If somebody was making like a near post run or a run towards into the 6 yard box, it could have been dangerous. I need Ajibade playing on the right side. She's going to be more inventive, more creative on that side than playing through the middle. And I don't know if this is a calf thing, but what kind of black armband are the girls wearing, man? It looks like they tied a black rope around their arms. What kind of black armband are they are they wearing? This is that they did not have a proper black armband and they just went to improvise because it looks funny. Babajide cross on his level. Ah, too deep. Easy for the goalkeeper to claim. We need to feed Oshuala a little bit more. She's hungry. We need to feed her more. I know why they are wearing the armband. I'm saying, what kind of armband is that? If you look at it properly, it is not an. It's not. It doesn't look like an armband. It looks like rope that they tied or something. Abiodun needs to stop shooting, man. You can't shoot. Just allow it. Ah, she wasted our possession. Should have passed to somebody. They sold game. Oh, Oshwala. Abiodun in the box. Abiodun left foot. She tried, but she just cannot shoot. She just cannot shoot, man. That was a very weak effort. Guys, I know why they are wearing it. I'm not asking why they are wearing it. I'm saying, what kind of armband is that? Look at the armband properly. It is not the regular armband. That's what I'm talking about. I know why they are wearing it. But decent efforts by Abiodun, saved by the goalkeeper fairly comfortably. Oh, Ajibade gave possession away and committed the foul. Samuel has seen what I'm talking about. It looks like rope that they tied because you can even see a knot. Yeah, normal black armband does not have a knot. You can see a knot that they tied the rope. That's what I'm saying. It's like they did not have black armband and they just say, who has black rope? Oh? Let's tie. May no be like say we know where. Ooh, decent ball. Nice one, Ashley. Ah, Abiodun will get red card. Abiodun will get red card. See, she needs to be careful. That could very, very easily have been a second yellow. Abiodun needs to be careful. I beg. Oh. We don't need any unnecessary sending off. Coach needs to talk to her as well. If she wasn't on a yellow, the ref would for sure have booked her there. If she wasn't already on a yellow, the ref would for sure have booked her there. The ref allowed her. If she wasn't on a yellow, that's a yellow card. The ref just gave her that one. Doesn't want to send her off early. She needs to be careful. She needs to be careful. Free kick to Tunisia. Nadozie. Always in charge. Is there VAR? Yeah, there is VAR. There's VAR. There is. These Tunisian girls, they complain for everything. They need to get stronger. They need to get stronger. Very good goalkeeping. But she did clatter into the Tunisian attacker. But I don't think it's as serious as how she's rolling on the floor. Yeah, Abiodun needs to be taken off, but I feel like the coach will not sub her off in the first half. It'll be like bicycle tube. They cut tie for hand. Now you guys see what I'm talking about. The coach, I don't think the coach will sub her off in the first half, but she's not going to play 90 minutes. The way it's going, she's not going to play 90 minutes. In fact, I don't think she plays up to 65 because Abiodun is not being careful enough, and you know. Please, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Thank you for joining the live watch along. I'll be doing watch alongs for all the Super Falcons matches in this tournament. Hopefully, watching along all the way to the trophy at the end of the month. If you have the means, please also support the channel with the super chat if you have the means. If you want me to take your comments, put it on the screen. If you want to ask a question, please support with the super chats. It's very much appreciated. It helps us to keep creating content, helps us to run the channel. Um, we appreciate everyone that supports us with the super chats. If you don't have the means to leave a super chat, please just hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Michelle. Ajibade is on the right a lot more now. I think she and Tony Payne, they've realized that they need to switch up. Michelle is a very interesting player because she's not that good on the ball. She's not that good defensively, but she somehow makes it work on that right side. Somehow. Ashley's on the ball. Ashley flying Abiodun. Abiodun, oh, bad pass. Rash to Tony, to Michelle. Michelle cuts in the box. Michelle. Oh, she can't get her cross into the center. And another Tunisian player is down. Man, these people need to. These people need to go to the gym. Every small thing, Tunisian players on the floor. We need to do better in Africa, man. This stadium is too empty. This stadium is too empty. I know it's not a Morocco home game, so the Moroccan fans are not that obliged. But even the local fans in Africa don't travel for the game. I saw a Nigerian photojournalist on Twitter saying, "Oh, if the girls get to semi-final, that's when he will go." But if Super Eagles are playing even just a friendly match or qualifying match in Africa, all the Nigerian media will find their way to go and cover the game. But very few people are actually trying to watch the Super Falcons. It's a bit of a shame, and I really, really wish I was able to be in Morocco. I just physically can't. If I could, I would. But I think even from our local media, people that have the means just don't have interest in women's football like that. Which I understand that women's football is not as popular as men's football. Completely understand that. But I feel like there definitely can be more support than there is right now. Yeah, Alozie is a striker for her club, striker or winger. But she's not great. She's not great. And she can't get into the attack for the Super Falcons. She can't get into the attack. So if she wants to play for Super Falcons, though, she better be happy as a defender. Who is she going to bench in our attack? Oshwala! 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 Oh, crowded out, crowded out, crowded out. Good effort, good hustle, assistant. Good hustle, good hustle. This first half hasn't been exciting, honestly. We scored an early goal. We haven't created much since then. I think we can definitely be doing better. But we're in the lead, and that's what matters. At the end of the day, the only statistic that really, really matters is the goal statistic. And we have one goal. Tunisia have none. I think we need to get a bit more creative. Last minute of the first half. Well, we're into stoppage time already. 5 minutes of stoppage time, which makes sense. There was an injury, there was a goal, a few stoppages here and there. Abiodun. Oh, nice one, Risola Babajide. Edge of the box. Tony Payne, oh, she scruffed it with her left foot. She couldn't get good contact on the ball. Nice play by Babajide on the left hand side there. Ashley Plumter is back in possession though. Tony Payne again on the ball. Finds Babajide. Babajide inside the box. Cuts it back. Goal! Omori Sola Babajide. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. Good effort. I thought she should have cut it back, but she took it by herself. And she finds the bottom corner. Nice goal to end the half. Babajide, she was my dark horse player for this tournament, man. I knew she would make an impact. Beautiful goal for Omori Sola Babajide. She's been probably our best player this first half, trying to make things happen on that side. And she does a celebration in respect to Diogo Jota. Good finish, near post, beats the goalkeeper. Under her left foot, man. She's been our best player in this first half. Good finish, man. Babajide, good finish, good finish. 2-0 to the Super Falcons. Nice. Very, very low key first half since the first goal, but a beautiful finish from Bajide. 2-0. Cruise control now. Oh wow, VAR is going to check. What team be this now? I don't need all this, man. Give us the goal. Ah, that's barely a foul, bro. These Tunisian girls, man, they're just falling down. They're just falling down. That's barely a foul. Oh my days. That is barely a foul. That's barely a foul as far as I'm concerned. Yep. Yep. Goal stands, of course. Goal stands, of course. 2-0. Goal stands. Babajide again on our left side again, cross into the box, punched away by the goalkeeper. Tony Payne to Rash. Rash finds Mish. Mish is bodied off the ball. Edge of the box. Ainde. Oshwala on the turn. Ajibade in the box. Good defending there. Ajibade still keeps it though. Oshwala with the shots deflected over the crossbar. Corner kick. Yeah, Tunisia no sabi. Tunisia no sabi. If we just play a little bit sharper, a little bit better, try to be more creative, we'll score more goals. They are not Tunisia are not doing anything here. We'll score more goals. We just need to be clinical. Remy Ali, thank you very much. Appreciate your support. Thank you very much for the super chats. Thank you, Remy. Much, much, much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you very much. The rest of you guys, man, be like Remy. Support the channel with the super chats. Thank you very much, Remy Ali. See that the people that are supporting us are the ones that are asking the fewest questions. All people that ask a million questions. Where can I do this one? Where can I do this one? They're not they encourage. But thank you, Remy. I appreciate it. Ooh, Olympico goal. Ruled out for what? I don't understand. What's the foul there? Are they giving a foul on Ashley Plumter? I mean, I guess I don't know, man. They protect goalkeepers a lot, so I'm not surprised. But I thought that was an Olympico goal from Babajide even. If they disallow that one, I understand. Because they protect goalkeepers. Ashley did jump into the goalkeeper. I can understand that one because Ashley did jump into the goalkeeper and they like to protect keepers. Yeah. It's halftime. Super Falcons ahead at the break. 2-0 goals by Assistant Oshwala and Omorin Solababajide. 2-0 at the break. Super Falcons well in control. Hasn't been the best game, to be honest. Hasn't been the best game. Hasn't been the best performance. But we go into the lead with a two-goal, into the break with a two-goal lead. Hasn't been the best performance. We scored an early goal. We kind of tailored off a little bit. You know, weren't the most creative. But the Tunisians don't really have any threats. They don't really have any threats. They are playing compact. They're trying to be organized, but they are making mistakes at the back, and we're creating a few half chances. I think we can be doing better. I think we need to do better against more serious teams. But obviously, for this match, I can't really be complaining. It is 2-0 at the break. Super Falcons in cruise control in their opening match of the 2023 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Somebody said should have been 3-0, racist Morocco. What does Morocco have to do with this goal that was allowed? The ref is not from Morocco. What does Morocco have to do with this, man? You guys sometimes can be funny. Why didn't they invite the ref to the VAR? Because, so again, maybe sometimes it's a lack of knowledge of some things. Because the way the VAR works is if the VAR thinks the ref has made a mistake, then they would ask the ref to look at it. The ref disallowed the goal. The VAR did not think that it was a clear and obvious error. So they didn't ask the ref to go and review it. I also didn't think it was a clear and obvious error. Am I Moroccan? They because I can understand why that goal will get disallowed. If they thought it was a clear and obvious error, they will say, ref, go and check it to be sure you didn't make a mistake. Just like they did for the Babajide goal. So there's nothing to talk about racist or Morocco there, guys. Let's stop being overly emotional for nothing. Um, I think the goal should have stood, but I understand why it was allowed. Plumter jumped into their goalkeeper. And yeah, it is 2-0 to the Super Falcons at the half. Let me know your thoughts, guys. What did you think of the first half? What did you think of the first half? Babajide's goal was superb. Yeah, beautiful goal for Babajide. Beautiful goal. I was asking her to cut it back, but the way she took it near post, obviously, goalkeeper could have done better. When you get beaten at your near post as a goalkeeper, you're always going to be questioned. But I thought it was a beautiful finish by Babajide. Beautiful finish. Beautiful finish. Again, like I said, it hasn't been our best football. It hasn't been our best football by any means. But we are 2 goals up. So we have to be happy about that. We cannot complain too much. We cannot complain too much. We are 2 goals up at the half. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Obviously, before the second half kicks off. Still waiting for the start of the second half, guys. Thank you for joining the live watch along. Thank you for joining the live watch along. It is 2-0 to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Oshuala and Babajide with the goals. We're still waiting for the second half to kick off. Let me quickly see what some of you guys are saying in the comments. Someone says the first half is not too great. They need to slow down and play possession game. Tunisia is nowhere on their level. They are playing a possession game. It's just the final ball that we're not quite getting right. They are keeping the ball. Super Falcons usually don't have this much possession, so they are playing a possession game. It's just that we're not finding the final ball. Ikena says apart from Baji, the strikers know the run. I don't really agree with that. Um, Tony Payne had some chances that she was trying to create. It just hasn't quite worked. It's not that they're not running or they're not trying. Iron Paul says thank you, Eagles Tracker. Thank you very much. Eagles Tracker, not Eagle Tracker, but I appreciate you nevertheless. Someone says, how long do we have to wait until Esther Okoronkwo becomes a starter in the team? Hey, is when she ends the shirts. Is when she ends the shirts. Somebody's asking thoughts on Oshuala's first half performance. Do you think she's making a good account for herself? I thought she was okay in the first half. She didn't really do much wrong. Lost the ball once or twice, but she didn't really get much to feed on. She was making those runs into the right areas when the crosses were coming in from Ashley or from Babajide. I thought she did okay. I can't criticize her for the first half performance. Someone says Abiodun should watch her tackles. Another referee officiating the game should have seen red. Yeah, I agree. She needs to be very, very careful. The second tackle, if she wasn't already on a yellow, the second one would have been a yellow card for sure, and she would have gotten sent off. The ref was just being lenient with her. She definitely, that's youthful exuberance. That's inexperience that is doing her, because we've seen it happen to her in the past. She needs to she needs to be more careful. That is for sure. She needs to be more careful. CV, I see you an Oshwala hater. Haba. Yeah, I see you just want to hate on assistant. I don't know what Oshwala did to you guys, man. I don't know what she did to you guys. She scored though, but you still want to come and criticize her. Haba. Haba. Allow the girl breathe, man. Someone said, where is Smith-Lai? Smith-Lai is in Morocco. Smith-Lai is in Morocco supporting the girls. Smith-Lai is in Morocco supporting the Super Falcons. Why was the third goal disallowed? Because Ashley Plumter jumped into the goalkeeper and the ref thought it was a foul. Someone says Plumter has been the best player on the pitch. I think my best player has been Babajide, not Ashley. Ashley hasn't had too much. They're not challenging her defensively. So I wouldn't give Plumter the best player on the field. I thought Rinsola has been doing quite well. She has been trying to create chances. She has been causing problems for her right back. My best player so far in the game has been Rinsola Babajide. Players are back on the field. Okoronkwo is coming on. Oh, for you people that are asking, Okoronkwo is coming on. I think Abiodun is going off. Is she? I'm sorry. Every time I see this, their black armband, it is hilarious, man. Like, Why is it that we can't do things properly? What kind of rope did they tie? And Ajibade's own is now so long at the back. What kind of rope did they tie as armband? So Uchebe is coming on. Okoronkwo is coming on. I think Oshoala and Abiodun might be going off. Let's see. Ihezuo is coming on as well. Three subs at the half. Interesting. Abiodun is off. Uchebe is on. Um, Oshoala is off. Ihezuo is on. And Babajide is off for Esther Okoronkwo. So the coach has made three subs at halftime. Three subs. Interesting. I think maybe he feels like this game is won already and is taking off our biggest threat so far in Babajide, taking off striker in Oshoala. Interesting tactic by the coach. Abiodun's zone for sure. She is on the verge of getting a red card, so I understand that one. You have to protect her from herself. But yes, the second half is on the way. We're back in action. Somebody said Abiodun should have stayed. If anyone should have gone off, it's Abiodun that should have gone off. If at all you were going to make a halftime sub, it's actually Abiodun that should have gone off. The person said Abiodun should have stayed. She's the one that should have gone off. But yes, second half on the way. Let's see what Esther can give us. Let's see what Chinwendu. Chinwendu is one of those players that needs to win the Nigerian fans over. So let's hope that Chinwendu can give us something today. She needs to win the fans over. People have not been impressed with her because she missed some chances at the Olympics, and then since then Nigerians never forgave her. Esther's on the ball. Commits a foul. Oh, not the best play there by Michelle. Cross into the box for Tunisia. A header over. Michelle tried to backheel the ball there in defense. Unfortunately, she gave possession away. A half chance for Tunisia. They were able to get a shot, but she couldn't keep her header on target. Michelle needs to be more careful with things like that, though. That was a terrible header when you think about it. But, that was a cheap giveaway for us. Uchebe to Esther. Esther is on the run through the middle. Esther tries to find Ajibade, but her pass was intercepted. It's 2025, DG. No, jersey number no be by position again now. It's 2025. Plumpter! Wow! That was supposed to be a cross for sure, but Plumpter nearly found the goalkeeper lacking and nearly scored the belter. That was definitely supposed to be a cross, but it nearly went in. Good save by the goalkeeper there. Fingertip save. There's no way Plumpter wasn't crossing that. There's no way that wasn't a cross. Corner kick though. This their black. I'm going to talk about it after the game. This their black thing is killing me, man. Corner kick cleared at the near post. Another corner. Someone is asking for the score. Just look on your screen. Look on the screen. The score is on your screen. Esther taking the cross. She goes far post this time. Header, Dimei, well saved. Well saved by the goalkeeper. Dimei got a header on target. Glory be to God. Uchebe plays it back in. Header. Oh, good save this time from Osinachi Ohale's header. Oh, that was Ainde's ball. And Osinachi, good header, but well saved by the goalkeeper. Nearly a goal for Tosin Dimei, though. She kept her header down. I'm happy about that. Uchebe is on the ball, gives it to Osinachi. Osinachi to Michelle. Back to Ossie. Tosin Dimei in possession now. Ashley on the left. Dimei. Ashley. Christy. Christy's cross is too heavy, but Esther chases, goes out for a goal kick. I like how they've started the second half. Okoronkwo has come on with a bit of energy. Ihezu is yet to really get involved, but I like how they've started the second half. Osinachi Ohale, man, old but still very solid. Heavy touch, Michelle. Heavy touch. Gives possession away. Tunisia on the break. Nice pass. 1v1 with Tosin Dimei. Help is coming. Cuts it back. A cross from distance. No chance. No chance. You're not beating. You're not beating Chiamaka Dozie from there. You're not beating Chiamaka from there. Ihezu crossing the box. There's nobody to tap it in. People keep asking. I've explained this, guys. There is a lag. There is a lag. Even if my stream is behind, you need to understand that you are not hearing me immediately I speak. When I speak, there is a time delay before you that's watching the stream hears me. So there's probably going to be at least seconds past before you see my reaction to whatever happened. As well as maybe the channel that is showing it here is not as fast as your own. I'm not in the stadium, so I cannot help it. But Christie's on the ball. Good pass. Tony Payne. Tony Payne finds Ashley on left. Ashley cuts on her right foot. Puts a cross in. Ajibade in the box. Shot by Hezuo. Saved by the goalkeeper. And I'm watching the game on TV, so I cannot fast forward. I cannot. I'm watching the game live on TV. Uche Nakano is not in the squad. No, Uche Nakano is not in the squad. She's not in the squad. It's funny. I just saw that Victor Modo is also doing a watch along. Shout out to Victor Modo. And people are disturbing him in his comment about Link too, the way people are disturbing me. So I guess it's a general Nigerian thing. People don't always don't understand how a watch along works. Okeke is not in the squad. Coach's decision. There's no explanation. Coach did not select her. Oh, Chebe gives possession away in the midfield. Chance for Tunisia. Another wayward shot. I feel like the coach just felt like, well, we're in control of the game. Let him try his other options. Abiodun was probably the yellow card. But for the attackers, I think he just wanted to try his other options, honestly. Because to take three players off at halftime is very, very fast. Very early subs. But I think he just felt like, yeah, we're in control. Let's make some changes and see other players. That's what I can think of. And it could potentially be a way to ensure that everybody gets game time in the tournament. Good pass. Ihezuo crosses to the box. Oh, defended well. Edge of the box. Ainde, take your shots. She curls it wide. Real K, I've answered this question like 20 times. So if you want me to answer you, you have to leave super chats. Because this is the question that I've answered the most since I started this watch along. About 60 minutes into the game now. It is still Nigeria 2, Tunisia nil. It's Chioma Okafor on the bench. She wasn't listed on the official team list by the Super Falcons, so I don't know if she has a knock or something. but she wasn't listed in the match day squad. In possession with Tosin, Ashley on the ball, Christy back to Ashley. She her pass is intercepted quite well, but then they give the ball back to us. No, real kid, that super chat is too small to have my attention. But thank you for the support. But that super chat is too small. You're a bigger boy than that. Someone said, IoT, all your friends that are quick to run to IG at halftime to discuss football are nowhere to be found now that the ladies are playing. I mean, Smith Lai is in Morocco, so you have to give Smith Lai some credit. He's actually in Morocco. Yeah, I agree. Ajibade has not been impactful. You know, her positioning in this game, where the coach plays her, I don't think is the best position to see Ajibade's impact in a match like that. When she played out wide in the first half, she had one or two opportunities that she created, but she hasn't been that impactful. But yeah, Esther's ball into the box, ball comes down, Ashley over top and over the bar. That's why she's a defender. Osnachi Ohale misses from about 3 yards. I guess that's why she's a defender. That was easier to score than miss, and she somehow missed it. Well, that's why she's a center back. But that should have been the third goal. That should have been the third goal. That's a terrible miss, Osinachi. That's a terrible miss. Tosin Dimei is doing quite well today. I give her credit for that. Is it or they don't do Yakubu? Oh, that's it. That should have been a free kick, no? Oh, but it's a corner. Okay, fair enough. Corner to the Super Falcons. Cross into the box by Elsie. Ashley gets it into the middle. Esther, edge of the box. Ainde shots well over the bar. India has had a couple shots, but she's obviously not a goal scorer. Um, Her shooting technique is not great. She's trying to side foot it all the time, probably because she's not great shooting with her laces. Baba Fred, I beg, come out for here, Joe. Which one is they did not train? Come out for here. People just know how to criticize, eh? Ah, this is your first comment on this live stream. Oh. You did not comment when they scored goals. You did not. Ah, two comments just to criticize. Nigerians sometimes when they tire me, Joe. It's not say everyone wants to shoot. The ball rolled to her perfectly on the edge of the box. Of course, she's going to shoot, man. It's not about everyone wanting to shoot. Oh, God. We know how to complain, Sha. Um, Complain when there's reason to complain. There was nothing wrong in her taking that shot. Is that a pen? No, she went down too easily. Complain about the shot, how the shot went, not the fact that she shot. Free kick, yeah. If you are talking about Okoronkwo, then you don't watch her play because Okoronkwo is probably the best shooter on the team. So if you're actually talking about Okoronkwo, then it means that you don't watch her play. Oh. Uh, Okoronkwo is probably the best shooter on the field from distance. Do you see the goal she scores at club level? Ainde, yes, Ainde cannot shoot. I agree. Even though the shots that she's taking have been inviting efforts, that you understand why she's shooting, but she can't shoot. But Okoronkwo has a nice shot on her, man. Uchebe, heavy ball. Ajibade couldn't control. He said, "Oh, Halia, the 2031 Women's World Cup." Oh man, everlasting defender. We need somebody for the future. I mean, I guess that's why we have Oladipo in the squad. But Ohale still does a great job at this age, man. Wealth of experience she has. Multiple AFCON winner, played in different World Cups. Fantastic defender. And she's a great professional as well. Ajibade, edge of the box. Tony Payne. Oh, over the bar. Was that Payne? No, that was Alozie. Good one there, Rash. Good hold up. Good layoff. Defender was closing in on Michelle. Michelle kind of had to rush the shot. And she siphoned it over the bar. I want to see Eche Guinea as well. I definitely want to see Eche Guinea. I think she's a potential game changer in any match. I want to see Eche Guinea as well. I think she's a potential game changer in any match. Any match. Fantastic player. I think the coach doesn't really know how to use her. But I would prefer Eche Guinea in the position Ajibade is playing as the 10. I would have rather Ajibade played on the right and played Eche Guinea as the 10. Because Ajibade as the 10, I get it a little bit, but you don't bring out the best in your best player playing her there. And for me, like, she's your best player. You want to see the best of her. Edge of the box. Ajibade on her left foot. Plays it back. Left footed effort by Tony Payne is blocked. Okoronkwo is on the right side. Ooh, good pirouette. Cross into the box. Oh, beautiful skill by Esther. Beautiful skill by Esther there. Beautiful skill by Esther. Beautiful pirouette and a beautiful cross. Techers. 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 I like Esther. Esther is one of those players that you can tell that she just enjoys playing football. Like you can tell that she's just having fun, man. She enjoys the game. She's a clown. With all due respects. Like, she's just a very, very entertaining football player. I like her. Somebody's black robe don't come out is on the floor. The black robe that they are using as armband. Somebody's one has removed and it fell on the ground. I just saw it in the replay. So embarrassing that we cannot buy real black armband. Oh man, Nigeria. Onyedika, what are you talking about? Cooling break is not a new concept now. Cooling break is not a new concept. It depends on the weather, the temperature. Oh, it looks like black ribbon. It is still 2-0. Still 2-0. Two first half goals. No, Jay, cooling break is not a new concept. It's been around for a while. It's just that if it's not hot, they wouldn't take a cooling break. But when they are playing in high temperatures, at least for a couple years, they've been doing it. Oh, that might good save by Chiamaka. Interesting that could have been a penalty or a free kick on the edge of the box. I don't know if that was in the box, but that looked like a foul to me. If it was outside the box, then the ref played the advantage. If it was inside, then VAR will check this. Raji, there is no way CAF would put the WAFCON on their YouTube channel. Let's be serious here. WAFCON is not a free to watch competition. There's no way they will put it on their YouTube channel. Raji, are you not in Nigeria? It is broadcasting in Nigeria. It is broadcasting in Nigeria. So if you're in Nigeria, turn on your TV and watch it. But CAF, there's no way CAF will show the tournament tonight. Maybe they could if they really wanted to, just to increase the viewership and give people an opportunity. But it was very unlikely that they would show it on their YouTube. Who has been impressive in this game? Babajide was impressive in the first half while she was playing, definitely. Tosin Dimei has been impressive in defense. Osinachi Ohale has also been impressive in defense. That's about it. That's about it. Babajide is my player of the match, even though she only played 45 minutes. Even though they only played 45 minutes, I think Babajide is my player of the match. One goal, one assist, created some chances. What's the issue with Alozie? I've always said it. Alozie is not a good defender. She's decent at best. She just manages to get the job done, but she's not a good defender. So she's always someone that can make a mistake. That honestly, that's a penalty. We cannot even be mad at it. It was a foul, man. It was a foul. But yes, two-goal lead is always a dangerous lead. Because if you concede one, no, knee to shin. Her shin hits the player's knee. If I'm the ref, I'm giving this. Yeah, her shin hits the player's knee. If I'm a ref, I'm giving this. It's a penalty. If I'm a ref, I'm giving this. It's a penalty. It's sad. Ossie has played well. So the fact that she's about to concede a pen is unfortunate. But it was good skill by the Tunisian attacker. I think it's a pen. I think it's a pen. I personally think it's a pen. The shin to the knee, that's the contact I'm looking at. It's not her foot. It's the fact that her shin hits the knee of the Tunisian player. Oh, now they are checking if the Tunisian player fouled Michelle before that. Interesting. Huh. That's a tough one if you give it as a foul against her on Michelle. But Ossie's zone is definitely a foul for me. I think Ohale's zone is definitely a foul. If she thinks that the player fouled Michelle to even get possession in the first place, then that's a whole different conversation. They only showed that one to us like once, so I'm not 1,000% sure. Okay, they are showing it again. Michelle, this angle is not better now. They should give us a good angle. The ref has watched this replay like 20 times. She's not sure. Okay, she's making a decision now. After review, so she gave the foul against Tunisia before the foul against Aussie. So no penalty. Fair enough. Fair enough. They got there in the end. They got there in the end. That's a lucky break for us, yeah. Many people will not give that foul against the Tunisian. Many people will not give that foul. But I think it was good refereeing. I think it was good refereeing. She took her time. She made the right decision. Life moves on. Everybody's happy, except Tunisia. Header. Oh, nearly. Uchebe, nearly. She just couldn't get that on her head. Good cross there. Somebody say happy you are not the referee. Obviously, I said that based on the foul on Ossie. When they showed the other foul, it changed the opinion. You people serve sometimes. It was obviously the foul before Ohali that was given, but I was talking about just based on the foul. Ohali definitely fouled her, but obviously they took it back and showed her the one before that, which was also a foul, which makes it not a penalty. Edge of the box. Okoronkwo cuts in on her right foot. Okoronkwo off the post. Wow. That was nearly another beautiful effort. Okoronkwo on her left foot caught it to the right, took a one-time shot, and it just went off the post. Nearly. No, if I was the ref, VAR would have shown me exactly what they showed the ref, and I would have come to the same decision. She didn't see it in real time. VAR showed her, and she discussed with her assistant, and she came to the right decision. Ijami Lucy is coming on. Before Echegini is crazy to me, but maybe the coach just wants to play her. But Ijami Lucy is on for Tony Payne. Folashade Jamilusi making her WAFCON debut. Eighty-three minutes on the board. It is still 2-0 to the Super Falcons. We're still not doing the best job, but we are creating better chances in this second half than we did in the first half. We just are not taking the chances. Jane, we don't talk this armband matter since they tied rope on their hand as black armband. Esther on her left foot. Esther shimmy Dilly Dallies plays it out wide to Ashley. Ashley with a cross into the box. Esther's header. Chinwendu bottom right corner. 3-0 to the Super Falcons. Chinwendu Ihezuo gets a goal. Ihezuo. I'm happy for her, man. I'm happy to see her score. Off the bench and on the score sheet. Chinwendu. People can stop giving her stick now. She scored. Go ball. She's onside. Good header down by Esther. The substitutes combined. Good cross by Ashley. Esther headed it down for Chinwendu. On the left foot, into the bottom corner. Good finish. Good finish. Logistics, Jeff, please. Let's not start making silly. I know. I'm sure it's just banter. I'm sure you don't mean that. You can't possibly mean that. I'm sure it's just banter. Oh yes, let me update the score on the screen. It is 3-0 now. Oshoala, Babajide, and Ihezuo with the goals. If we win the tournament, you give credit to the coach, but it has nothing. Football is not mathematics. You don't compare situations like that. In our last WAFCON in the semi-final, we got two red cards. That's not a coach's fault. A coach cannot, and then we got two red cards in the semi-final, and then we lost on penalties. If you blame the coach for that, I mean, fine, maybe that's how you look at football. But if you get two red cards and you still reach penalties and then lose, how do you blame the coach? So football is normal. Like, no situations are the same. If Madugo wins the WAFCON, you give him credit. For sure, you give him credit. But it doesn't make him better or worse than anybody. Every situation is different. Into the final 2 minutes of the game. Ashley Blumter has definitely played well today. Definitely. I don't know. I would still like to say that my best player was Babajide, but she only played 45. So I think, yeah, I would be inclined to give it to Ashley as well. But one goal, one assist in 45 minutes. If Babajide stayed on this field, she would have created more chances. She would have done a lot more. Oh, man. Typo in there. Man, in future matches, I need this coach to play Ajibade out wide, man. I don't need Ajibade playing in the midfield. I really don't. I mean, maybe the coach feels like we have enough quality out wide that he can afford to play her through the middle. But I'm not seeing, she's controlling the game, but she's not going to be involved in goals as much. Oh, 5 minutes of stoppage time. You're now bringing a Guinea on for chicken change minutes. If I'm her, I would say don't play me again. Why am I coming to make my WAFCON debut with 3 minutes? Chicken change time. Player of the match is not just by statistics, oh, but I hear you. It's not just by who scored. That's a very watered down way of assessing player performance. Just they scored, they got assisted, so they are player of the match. It's not just by that. If you watch the Zambia game, Banda was good overall, but Babajide did well in 45 minutes. She might still be player of the match, but it's not as simple as she got one goal and assist, so she has to be the player of the match. Ajibade, Plumpton, nearly. Good chance created by Ajibade there. Nearly a goal for Plumpton. Good goalkeeping. Ooh! Off the crossbar for Tunisia. Oh, that would have been a beautiful goal if they scored that. Guys, after the game, I'm going to be live for the post-match show. So stay with me. Stay with me for the post-match show. I'm going to take a break for a couple minutes to make some posts on social media and then drink a little bit of water. And we'll be back for the post-match show. So please don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. 3-0 to the Super Falcons. 3 goals, 3 points. Please stay for the post-match show. We will be discussing the game. I'll be giving my player ratings. And of course, if you want to share your thoughts, you would also have your chance to come on and share your thoughts on the game. So please stay with me for the post-match show. Stay with me for the post-match show, guys. We're back in just a second. Be back in a second, guys. Okay, guys, we are back. We are back for the post-match show. The Super Falcons of Nigeria 3-0 winners against Tunisia, their opening game of the WAFCON 2024. We had goals by Asisat Oshuala, Rinsa Babajide, and Chinwendu Ihezuo. Thank you very much to everyone that was with me for the live watch along, and thank you to everyone that is just joining us. Um, a good performance, not a great performance, but there's a lot of positives to take out of it. We got all 3 points, we scored 3 goals, we kept a clean sheet, we weren't under too much pressure. Towards the end of the game, yes, Tunisia had 1 or 2 opportunities, we nearly conceded the pen, but a lot of positives to take out of it. The girls are off to a flying start, exactly how you want to start a tournament, with a win, scoring a number of goals, and not conceding any. I think there were good signs. The coach made a host of changes at the half, tried to give some other players the opportunity to play and make appearances in the tournament. I'm very interested in seeing how the rest of the tournament goes, but I'm happy with today's game. As always, the way I like to do my post-match streams, I like to talk about all the players individually, talk about the coaching, and then I'll give you guys an opportunity to come and share your thoughts on the game as well, because I know you guys watched and enjoyed. I see a lot of comments, guys. Please, if you haven't liked the video, do not forget to hit the like button. It is something very small you can do that helps us a lot. So please, 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 if you haven't liked the video, make sure you hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please, please, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you have the means and you would like to support the work that we do, please leave a super chat. If you want me to take your comment on the screen, please, please, please leave the comment to the super chat. If you have a question that you want to ask, please ask your question with the super chat, and we appreciate everyone that supports the work. So yes, thank you very much. Welcome to the Eagle Striker post-match show. It's been Nigeria 3, Tunisia 0. Nigeria 3, Tunisia 0. Our first game of the WAFCON, and we win that one fairly comfortably. Let us get into the match ratings. Let us get into the match ratings. In goal, we had Chiamaka Enadozie. What can I say, man? Enadozie was a passenger for a large part of this match. She didn't really have too much to do, but the few times that she was called upon, she made saves. I can't say she played great because she didn't have too much to do, but I definitely can't say she played badly because she didn't make any errors. So I will give Chiamaka Enadozie a 6.5 out of 10. Based on the fact that she didn't really have much to do, but she made the 1 or 2 saves that she had to. The one that hit the crossbar, not too much that you could fault her for there. So yes, I would give Chiamaka a 6.5 out of 10. Over to the defenders. We had Ashley Plumter playing from left back. Ashley Plumter, I thought she was fantastic in the game. I thought she created a few opportunities. She defended well. She was very composed. She moved the ball forward to either Babajide or Uchebe when she came on for the second half very well. She was probably our best player in this match, considering the fact that she played the full 90 and Babajide only played the first half. So I'm going to give Ashley Plumter a rating of 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I thought Ashley Plumter was very solid, very composed, very organized, very good. Very good. I'll give her an 8 out of 10. Centre backs. We had Oluwatosin Dimeyin playing beside Ashley Plumter. Tosin Dimeni, I was impressed with her performance today. I thought she was quite composed in defense. She was reading the plays very well. She didn't put any foot wrong. She had a shot on target that she nearly scored. I thought she had a good game today. One of her better performances. Dimeni is a player that always divides my opinion when I'm thinking about her. Sometimes I think she's good, sometimes I think she's not so good. But today I was happy with her contribution. So for Tosin Dimeni, I'm going to give Tosin Dimeni a 6 out of 6. No, not 6. I'm going to give Tosin Dimeni a 6.5. I'm going to give Tosin Dimeni a 6.5, or maybe a 6.75. She did well. She wasn't great, but she did well. I'll give her a 6.75. I gave Ashley an 8. I don't want to give her a 7 because I don't think she was the next best player after Ashley. So I'll give her maybe a 6.75. 6.5, 6.75. Maybe a 6.5 because in real ratings you can't give a 6.75. So I'll give Tosi Dimeri a 6.5. Osinachi Ohali. Osinachi Ohali was good in defense. She made all the tackles she needed to make. She missed an open goal. She missed an open goal. So I'm going to have to cut some points for that. If you miss an open goal, I don't care if you are a goalkeeper. I don't care if you are a center back. If you miss an open goal, I'm going to dock some points for that. She also nearly considered the pen. I guess you would say it doesn't matter. The pen was not given, so that doesn't really matter and should not factor in her rating. But for Osinachi Ohale, I'm going to also give her I'm going to give her a 6. If I give Demary a 6.5, I have to give Osinachi a 6 because she missed that open goal, man. That open goal, ah, that open goal miss. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That thing was bad. That thing was bad. I'll give Osinachi a 6.25. I thought that thing was bad. That thing was bad. Okay. And then going over to Michelle Alozie on the right side. I don't think Alozie was too much involved in the game. Going forward, she wasn't really involved as much. She tried to create some moments. Defensively, Alozie has never been the best defender, so you know that she gives her best. She gives everything, but there's always going to be moments where they beat her. I'll give Alozie a 6 as well. I don't think she was better than Osinachi Ohale. I don't think she was particularly worse. So I'll give Alozie a 6. I'll give Alozie a 6. Good performance, but not great. Going into the midfield, we had Deborah Abiodun that played the first half. Deborah Abiodun was good on the ball in moments. Her shooting, Abiodun needs to stop shooting. But for me, Abiodun just needs to realize I cannot shoot. Allow those that can. It's not even as if I cannot shoot. I cannot try and shoot. So she just allow everybody. If she's in the box, like the chance that she had in the box. Yes, when you're in the box, you have to take the shot. But when you're in and around the penalty area, don't even try to shoot. Lay it off for somebody else. And then she made two very dangerous tackles. Two very dangerous tackles. The first one got her the yellow card. The second one in the first half could easily have got her sent off. If it was on a different day, a different referee, different circumstances, she could have been sent off. So for that, I'm going to give Deborah Abiodun a 5.5. It doesn't mean that she was terrible, but she made crucial mistakes that could have cost her on a different day. And I think it was a little bit of maybe her lack of experience, just that youthful exuberance, getting too excited. She needs to learn how to time her tackles better. We saw similar at the World Cup. She got sent off in the first game against Canada. And it's been 2 years from that, and she's still making those dangerous tackles. Yes, you're a DM. Your job is to win the ball back. So you can make a dangerous tackle and you can concede a free kick. But then when you're on a yellow card, you have to learn and realize, okay, now I'm more careful. Now I'm timing my tackles better. Now, unless I'm certain, I don't just put my leg in. And she did not learn that. The coach was right to sub her off. So I'm going to have to give her a, what did I say, 5.5? Deborah Abiodun, or maybe I don't want to say 5. She only played 45 minutes. I'll give her a 5.5. I'll give her a 5.5. Halimat Ayinde playing beside her. I thought Ayinde was good. Ayinde moved the ball forward quite well, won the ball back quite well, did the job that she was expected to do. Her shooting wasn't great, but again, Ayinde is not a player that we look towards for goal scoring. She's not a player that we look towards for goal scoring. So I'm going to give Ayinde a 7. I thought she played a good game today. I thought she did not really do much wrong. I thought she was solid when she had to be. She controlled the midfield quite well. I'll give Ayinde a 7. I like Halimatu Ayinde. She's a key cog in the midfield of the Super Falcons, and hopefully she continues like this for the rest of the match. We also had Rashida Ajibade playing in the number 10 position. Ajibade today was not the Ajibade that we love and we like to watch. Ajibade in that position, we're not going to necessarily get the best version of Ajibade. The coach obviously has his reasons for playing her there. Maybe wants her to be his chief creator, wants her to be his midfield controller, playing in front of the two more defensively minded midfielders. But I thought we did not get the best out of Ajibade today. She had some moments when she drifted out wide that she created one or two chances. She had the cross that she created the chance for Ashley towards the end of the match. When she was moving into wide positions, we saw that she was more dangerous. I'll give Ajibade a 6. She wasn't bad, but she wasn't great. She created some chances, so I have to give her credit for the chances that she created. But her overall involvement in the game, we usually expect more involvement from Ajibade. We usually expect her to have more of an eye for goal. But I put this down to where the coach played her. If you play Ajibade from the left or from the right, you will see her running at players. You will see her creating opportunities. You will see her getting shots off. But the coach didn't do that. I'll give Ajibade a 6. Now to the attackers. I'll start with Omorisola Babajide. Babajide played only the first 45 minutes, but she managed to assist the goal for Asisa Toshola in the 4th minute, and she managed to get on the score sheet herself in for the 5th minute or the first minute of stoppage time in the first half. While she was on the field, I thought she did very well. I'll give her a 7.5. She created chances other than the goal and assist that she got. She created chances. She was causing problems for her right back. She was dangerous. She was obviously our biggest threat in the attack in today's match. And she could have done much better if she played the rest of the game because the Tunisian defenders were not up for it and Babajide was. I'm not certain why the coach made the sub at halftime. Maybe he just felt comfortable and he wanted to give other players a chance. I don't know exactly why, but I'll give Babajide a 7.5. If she had played the full game, she'll probably have a higher rating. But for the fact that she only played first half, you know, somebody that plays 90 minutes has more chances to mess up than somebody that plays 45 minutes and goes. So that's why I'm giving Babajide a 7.5 match rating. We had Tony Payne on the other side. Wasn't the best game for Tony Payne today. She played with energy. She tried to create opportunities, but she didn't really get the best of her fullback as many times as I would have liked. Tony Payne and Ajibade, I think they could have swapped positions, which they did later in the match. They were interchanging. Tony Payne trying to come towards the middle. Sometimes she was even drifting left. It's very interesting. The coach has to figure out how to fit all these quality attackers on the pitch together. But I did not see the best version of Tony Payne today. And I hope that she improves as the tournament goes on. She's still a good player. She still created maybe one opportunity for us. But I know that there is more that Tony Payne can give us. I'll give her a 6.5 today. I'll give Tony Payne a 6.5. I thought she still showed effort. She still showed a little bit of quality, but she could have done a lot better. So that's it for my match ratings of the starting 11. Now, going on to the bench, we had at halftime Christy Uchebe coming on for Deborah Abiodun. Uchebe came on, didn't really have to win the ball back as much because we were controlling possession for most of the game. She didn't really make any bad tackles. She gave possession away a few times that I was like, you have to be more careful on the ball. If you're playing against more quality opposition and you give the ball away in the midfield, it can cost you. Wasn't a great game, wasn't a bad game. I'll give Christy a 6.5 for her performance in that second half. We also had Esther Okoronkwo at halftime coming on for Asisa Toshuala. Esther showed quality. She showed skill. She showed techers. Oh man, I like watching Esther Okoronkwo play. When Esther Okoronkwo is on her day, she is a very, very exciting player to watch. Oh, did I mention Asisat? Oh, my bad. Asisat Oshoala scored the goal. Sorry. Asisat Oshoala scored the goal. She started the game. She scored the first goal for us. But she wasn't involved too much in the rest of the play in that first half. Her hold up play was decent at times, was not so good at times. She gave the ball away a few times. I'm giving Oshoala a 6.5. I don't think she was bad, but I don't think she was great. I'll give Oshoala a 6.5. Average performance. Sorry about that. And then I gave Utrebe a 6.5 as well. And then Esther Okoronkwo, let me go back to her. Exciting player to watch. Exciting player. When Oshoala is playing her, rather when Esther is playing her football, when Esther is enjoying herself, very, very, very exciting player to watch. The only thing to note is that when Esther is not having a good game, she can be frustrating. But for today, she had a fantastic game. She showed her skill, she showed her ability. She could have scored. She brought a renewed energy to the match. I was happy with Esther Okoronkwo's performance. I like her. I watch her often. She plays in Canada. I thought she had a good game. I'll give Esther a 7 out of 10, a 7 rating for her performance in that second half. I thought she was quite good. Chinwendu Ihezuo came on. She scored the goal, which I'm happy for her because people have been knocking her for missing chances. The one chance she got, she scored. Wasn't too involved in the play. Same thing that I said about Oshuala. The striker just wasn't getting that much of the ball to really show much. She scored the goal, so I'll give her some credit. But other than that, there was one that she tried to create a chance from the left side. Not too much involvement. I'll give Chinwendu a 6.5. Not great, not bad. I know she scored, so that helps a little bit. I'll give her a 6.5. I'll give her a 6.5. And then Folashade Ijamilusi in the 82nd minute, can't really talk about her. She didn't really even, I don't even know if she touched the ball. Maybe if she did, maybe once or twice. Nothing to really talk about. And then Jennifer Echegini came on for chicken change time in the 92nd minute. Made her WAFCON debut, so congratulations to her. But also, not much to say about Echegini. She didn't really play any significant minutes. So there you have it with my match ratings for the players. I might have forgotten what I gave some people, but I think I gave Chiamaka a 6.5. I gave Ashley an 8. Ohali, I gave Ohali a 5.5 or 6. I'm not sure. Demenya, I gave Demenya a 6.5. I think Alozie, let me not repeat it because I've forgotten what I gave some people. Or I have to start going to my top process again. But hopefully you guys heard all my match ratings. I wasn't writing it down. And then for the coach, Justin Madugu, a 3-0 victory. When a coach wins 3-0, you can't really criticize the coach, can you? No. The only thing that I wasn't happy about, like I said, I wasn't happy about where he played Ajibade because I feel like he could have played Ajibade in a better position to get the best out of her, as well as Tony Payne. He could have gotten better out of those two players. We could have played and been a bit more creative overall in the match. In the second half, we created better chances. Even though we scored one less, we created better chances in the second half. We could have scored more. We still need to be more clinical, but a 3-0 victory, clean sheets. I have to rate the coach well. I have to rate the coach well. I'll give Coach Justin Madugu for this match. I'll give him a 7 rating. You know, I think that there's things that we need to improve on, but I have to credit him. He put together a side that outplayed their opponents, kept possession, moved the ball well enough, and won the game without conceding a goal. I, you know, I have to give him a 7 rating. I see people are rating the coach low, but for me, if he now loses the match, if I rate him a 5 in a game he wins, if he loses, what am I now going to rate him? So I rate him a 7. I didn't think it wasn't a fantastic coaching job. We didn't see any core tactics or core instructions that helped us to get this win. But his side played well, they moved the ball well, they won the game, they scored goals, they created chances, they did not concede. I have to give him a 7 rating. I have to give him a 7 rating. If you guys watch me regularly, I'm not the biggest fan of Justin Madugu, but I have to give him credit for today. He won the game. He won the game and he won it comfortably. As far as what we can do better, I think again our creativity, our final balls can be a lot better. Getting our striker involved in the game more can be a lot better. Oshuala wasn't too involved in the game. When Chinwe came on, Chinwe also wasn't too involved in the game. I think we can do better at that in terms of just the way we link our wingers with our strikers. Um, I think our midfielders should be more careful in terms of giving away possession. Abiodun gave possession away a few times. Ucheibe gave possession away a few times. Abiodun made some tackles that she shouldn't have. So that's something that we need to be careful about. I think we can be more solid on that right side of defense with Alozie just being a bit more careful. But overall, this particular match, there is not too much that I can criticize or I can knock on. They played a good game against a poor opponent. We have to admit that. But they scored 3 goals. They created like 5 more chances. They won the match. I don't want to criticize a team that won a game comfortably. I think it would be unfair to criticize a team or a coach that won a game comfortably. So kudos to them. Let us see how the next game goes against Botswana in a couple of days. Let's see how the game goes against Botswana in a couple of days. A lot of you guys have a lot to say, so I'll give you a chance to call in and share your thoughts on the match, on who impressed you the most, who did not impress you, and everything in between. Click the link. Make sure you have clothes on because some people like to come here shirtless. Make sure you have clothes on. Make sure you are in a place with good lighting. We can hear you, we can see you, and you can get your chance to share your thoughts. And do I think we can go on and win the tournament and beat Morocco, beat Zambia, beat South Africa? Yes, I think so. It's only one match. I cannot get too high or too low. I don't want to start making projections because of one match. But before the tournament, I said we can win the tournament. Before the tournament started, we have now gone and won a game. Am I going to, after a win, now come and tell you, oh, we can't win? When I thought we could win before we even kicked the ball. So I still think we can win. Again, we played against a poor opponent today. A tougher opponent would bring a different game entirely. Different style from the Falcons, different play from the opponents would mean different kinds of performances from the players. So yes, I definitely think we can win. I think that we're still in a good spot in this tournament. I think that we can beat either Morocco, South Africa, Zambia, whoever we face. I think so. Zambia scores goals. Yes, they have Banda. I know. Yes, they have Kundanaji. I know. But Zambia also conceded a number of goals. And if we can create chances the way we created chances today, then we can beat Zambia. I think so. Morocco also, they are very good tactically, but they have weaknesses in their team that we can exploit. And we should not underrate the quality of our players. We have fantastic players on the Super Falcons. We have a lot of quality in our team. I think that we're still on track. We just won 3-0. I think we can win. I think we can win. I'm not going to criticize Madugu yet. He needs to earn the criticism. The man just coached a 3-0 victory. That could have been more. I'm not going to criticize him. He needs to earn my criticism. I'm impressed with today's game. We won the game. We could have done better in certain things, but we won the game. We won the game. We won the game. The link has been posted. Is it that nobody wants to share their thoughts today? The Zambian team is not the same that I saw at the Olympics, but the Zambian team I saw was still a team that considered opportunities and considered 2 goals ultimately. Zambia is Zambia. Zambia, they have they are top heavy. Adebowale, I don't understand the criticism of Oshoala starting. Oshoala started, she scored. Like, there's nothing to criticize about Oshoala starting. The other option is Ihezu. Do you think Ihezu is better than Oshoala?
I don't know. Like, I don't see the issue with Oshoala starting. Oshoala is probably not going to play 90 minutes. Yeah. But I don't see the issue with Oshoala starting. I thought she was okay. She wasn't great, but it wasn't really like her fault. We were not linking up with our striker properly. Ihezuo had the same issue when she came on. I don't think it's a matter of face. I don't think it's a matter of face. Oshoala is a player that you have on the field. You have to, when you have Oshoala, man, you play her. When you have Oshoala, you play her. I don't I know that Nigerians were quick to push people aside. But when you have Oshoala, you play her. It's not just, oh, I want new faces. You don't just care because of, oh, you just want a new face. You play your best legs. If the coach thinks Oshoala is one of his best legs, he plays her. You know, I disagree with your comments, Dr. Don Martin. I don't think the Super Falcons have grown considerably weak over time. I think that the rest of African football is catching up and we are not improving at the same rate. We are not weak. We have not become weak. Other teams have become stronger while they are investing, they are training, they are improving, and we are sitting at home thinking that we are Nigeria, so we are supposed to be the best. Oh, we've been the best for so many years. We haven't become weak. Yes, our league is not as strong, I agree, but we still have talent. We still have a lot of quality players. Zambia will sell their coach to have the players that we have. Morocco will sell their stadium to have the players that we have. South Africa would love to have the players that we have. There is no team in Africa that has quality in terms of individuals like Nigeria does. But other teams, they invest, they play matches often, they get good coaches, they work hard, they are trying to get our level. We are just sitting there thinking we're on top, so we are fine. And other people have caught up. Other people have caught up. We haven't become weak. Other people have caught up. We're not suddenly weak. Let's give credit to our players. We have good players. Good players. We've competed with the best in the world. We held England to a penalty shootout at the World Cup. We only lost by 1 goal to the best country in the world. Spain, the same Spain that just beat England like babies a couple days ago. Oh no, it's France that beat England. Spain beat who? I can't remember who Spain played. Was it Portugal or somebody? We lost 1-0 against Olympic finalist Brazil. We drew against Canada at the World Cup. We haven't become weak. We are strong, probably even stronger than we've been before. Other teams have just caught up because women's football is growing and we are sitting on our laurels. But yes, let me bring on my first caller to share their thoughts on the game. Welcome, Titilokwe.
Yeah, welcome. Hello. It's a very exciting evening.
Yes, 3-0 victory for the Super Falcons against Tunisia. What did you think of the game today?
Well, Tunisia really isn't a very strong contender for us. So I knew that we're certainly going to win. I expected more conversion. We're shooting a lot. But for me, I don't think that we were converting the shoot. Yeah. And at
Mm.
some point, it seems like some of our players were quite selfish. There were times when they could have just passed the ball and all that. At some point, we seem to be overtly confident. We seem to be overtly confident, and up till now, I really could not understand the logic behind the
At
massive
halftime.
substitution by the coach. Yeah, at halftime. But overall, it's beautiful to actually see the strength of the team, not just in individuals or strong persons whose names we've seen and heard over time. It's beautiful to see the strength of the team coming not necessarily wholly across all the players, but it's actually beautiful to see that without an Oshuala, we can actually make a lot of sense. Of course, I expected so much more from Ajibade, but all in all, she was a good leader. Was a good leader. So ultimately, I'm just excited that we made a lot of sense. Although I'm scared of Zambia and Morocco, I'm super scared of them. I know that our group B, isn't a problem. But I emphasize that we might probably meet with them at the semifinals or something. But I'm confident that this Mission X is going to be a huge success. Thank you.
Mm. Thank you very much. Before you go, who was your player of the match?
Okay, so I have a bias with Plumter, yeah, but I
Mm.
feel that if that goal got in, yeah, I think she would really be the player of the match because beyond the goal, she was everywhere and she really gave her all for the team. At some point, it seems like Nigerians have started feeding this girl with apple because her stamina and what of you beautiful. But to be technical, I'm gonna give Risola. But
Mm.
my bias is with Plumte. I really wish that she scored, but Risola or Plumte.
All right. Thank you very much, Titi Lokwe. Nice to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for all that you do for our football. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, that was Titi Lokwe, man of the player of the match, no man, woman of the match. She gives it to Ashley Plumter. She said she felt like sometimes we were shooting it, sometimes the players got a bit selfish, and she's scared potentially of Zambia or South Africa. Or no, she said Morocco. You know, for me, I say this: I'm not scared of anybody. It's like, you know, when you are growing up, let's say your younger brother is like maybe 7 years old, and you are 10 or 11. You'll be beating your younger brother. If you get into a fight, you beat him. You know that there's no issue. When you become teenagers, you'll still be beating him. But by the time maybe you are 18, or no, maybe you're like your brother is 18 and you are now maybe 20, 21, 22, it becomes a tougher fight. You know that okay, you're not just going to deck him the way you were decking him before. If he's now 24 and 28, your younger brother self might even already have your level of strength. But at the end of the day, if something happens, you always find a way to show that person that now you still be big bro. So I feel like that's the way it is with these Morocco and these Zambia countries. They have stepped up, they have gained strength. But at the end of the day, Nigeria is still Nigeria. Even the Morocco that we lost to at the last WAFCON in the semi-finals, we got two red cards and we still took them to penalties, playing against 9 men for almost 60 minutes. Yes, they might have taken steps up since 2022, but there is no reason to be scared of our younger sisters. They have quality, but we have quality as well. Football, anything can happen. Al Hilal beats Man City. Anybody, Saudi Arabia beat Argentina at the World Cup. Anything can happen. But I don't see any reason to go in scared. We go in confident and we hope that our girls can deliver on the day. Ike, welcome, sir. Hello, Mr. Ike. I cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. If you have earphones in or something, please take off your earphones. That could be affecting it. Or try to leave and come back. But we cannot hear you. Let me quickly take some comments. Let me quickly take some comments. Somebody says scared of Zambia care. Someone said let them chill. Now we know that Babajide is a baller. If you watch my content, because a lot of you guys don't watch the videos that I post. If you watch the video that I posted talking about the squad, I mentioned it. I said our dark horse going into this tournament is Wisela Babajide. If you watch women's football, if you've been following club football and even her few appearances in the national team, you know that Babajide is a baller. She just needs the opportunity to shine. And I'm happy that she took it today. She's a baller. She's going to be a very good player for Nigeria for a number of years. Let me see. Somebody said, "How can your league improve when exchange rate is horrible?" Okay, I'm not getting into economics conversation. We're talking football right now. Um, let me see. Nigeria has a chance to win if the coach chooses well and makes good decisions with the girls. The current Super Falcons and the current Moroccan teams are not the same from 2022. Yeah. Zambia cannot win Nigeria if the coach knows what he's doing. If they can mark out Bababanda and be more clinical, we will win them because Zambia's defense and keeper is not too good. You know the thing with Bababanda? Bababanda is quite unstoppable. I'm not even going to lie to you. I watch Banda a lot at club level. Forget Zambia now. I watch her at club level, playing against high level defenders in the USA. Banda is quite unstoppable. Maybe you can put Ayinde to mark her in the game. You put somebody on her and try and hope for the best. But Banda is one of those beasts of a player that on any given day she will score. She has everything. She can run, she can shoot, she can dribble, she can finish from close range. But there's no reason to be scared of Zambia as a whole. If Zambia score two, we'll score three. If they score three, we'll score four. If they score four, we'll score five. In fact, I'm looking forward to playing Zambia because I think it will be a very interesting match. And we have good defenders as well. And we have a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic world class goalkeeper. Lest we forget. We have a world class goalkeeper. It's going to be, I'm sure they'll be up for the test and up for the challenge. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've only played one match in the tournament. One match. We've won that one match against Tunisia 3-0 while sitting top of our group. Botswana and Algeria are playing again to see who's going to be second or third in the group. Their game will start in about 20 minutes. So make sure you watch that so that we can scope and scout our next opponents. We'll face Botswana in our second match on the 10th of July. 10th of July at 8 p.m. Nigerian time, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Pacific Time. I think that's also 3 a.m. in China. But on the 10th of July, we'll be facing Botswana. Another game that I think is going to be fairly comfortable for us. Another game that I think we're going to control for most of the game. We'll probably give Botswana like 3 or 4. But I think that it's important for the coach to use these matches to really get his team together, get his game plan into their heads, find his best players, so that when we face the more difficult teams in the knockout rounds, we are very ready. I think that this group stage is kind of like our warm-up in the tournament. In my tournament preview, if you watch my tournament preview, I said it that we'll win 3 out of 3 in the group stage because we don't have difficult opponents. But these group stage matches should be for us to get ready for the more difficult matches that will come in the knockouts. Again, I thought they were good today. Some things that could have been better, but I can't criticize the coach. I can't criticize the players. 3 goals, clean sheets, 3 points. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves and start projecting what another coach might do when we face them. When we get to that stage and we're facing Zambia, then we'll really talk about Zambia. Or when we're facing Morocco, we'll really talk about Morocco. But yeah, it seems like I'm not getting any more calls tonight. So I'm going to have to call it. Congrats to the players. My player of the match, Ashley Plumter. Second best player for today, Babajide. I would have probably given Babajide player of the match if she played the full 90, but she only played 45. So for me, I have to rate a player that was impressive over 90 minutes over a player that was impressive for 45. I know she scored and assisted. I tipped Babajide to be my dark horse player before the tournament started. So I'm happy with how she has gone. I hope that the coach would use Ajibade differently in the future. I want Ajibade to be more involved in our attack rather than just controlling the midfield. Echegini can control the midfield. I want Ajibade to be more involved in the attack. Let her play from the flanks. Let's see the best of her. Against a team like Tunisia, it wouldn't matter too much because we're way better than they are. But against tougher opposition, going forward, we want Ajibade. We want our best player to be playing at her best. Holiday for Chiamaka today, but hopefully in the next match we can see a little bit more from her. If she gets an opportunity to do something in the game. Interesting substitutions. I was quite surprised that the coach brought on Ijamilusi before he brought on Echegini. I don't know if the coach doesn't like Joe or maybe he's just very high on the Jamilusi, or maybe he just thinks that Echegini will play more over the course of the tournament. So he wanted Jamilisi to just enjoy minutes in this match. I don't know, but for me, if I'm looking on my bench, I would almost always bring Echegini on first. Echegini is a quality player. Bringing her on the 92nd minute, when the game is already over, what's she really going to do? I hope we'll see more of her in this tournament. But yeah, overall, you cannot criticize the coach. He won the game 3-0. Okay, I have a caller waiting. Welcome, Dinoso.
Hello, my brother.
Yes,
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Happy 3-0 victory. What did you think of
Yeah,
it?
we need 3-0 victory, exactly. I think it was an overall good game. It's just the first game of the tournament. Uh, I wouldn't be much critical of how they approached the game. The only questionable thing is the decision making of the coach.
Mm,
Okay, every player that played this game showed that they mean business. When it comes to the substitutions and the starting, I wholeheartedly, even as the commentator stated, Ihezu and Okoronkwo is a problem for every team. It's more like they are more like a tandem playing together.
mm,
That combination, I wholeheartedly think, should be our starting forward. Ihezu, and they're unpredictable. They're very physical. They're very mobile. I think those two will cause a lot of problem. Assisat will do us a lot of good coming in from the bench, not as a starter, because coming in from the bench, he will have an advantage having watched the game for some time. And when it comes to tiredness and energy level, him coming in as a substitute will be a huge advantage to Nigeria. Um, I agree with you. Ashley Plumter, by a long stretch, is the player of the game. That left side was almost impenetrable. Not only that, most of our attack was coming from that left wing. Rinsola did not disappoint by a bit. He showed exactly the quality that he has shown, that has made many of us, clamoring for him to be part of the Super Falcons. I think Rinsola was fantastic from that left. And when it comes to playing Ajibade as a 10, she is never a 10. Ajibade is never a 10. You're better off putting her where she's very comfortable playing from the right and playing Tony Penn from the middle. And putting Tony Penn from the middle will very much limit the possessions of the opponents even more, and will also help us going forward in attacking mode. I must say that the substitution of Deborah was the right decision. Absolutely. Was the right decision. I did not see her being able to finish this game if she had continued.
yeah.
And the Tunisians were smart enough to be putting pressure on her after she was on that yellow card. So the coach pulling her out was a good decision. But I would say that I expected a lot from Uchibe. And I must say that what is going on? And what is going on was what I kept asking about Uchibe. After watching this game today, I have absolute conviction that the starting midfielder should be Ayinde and Abiodun. You can play Tony Penn up front, in front of them, but preferably for me, I will start Echegini ahead. Play Babajide from the right. I think this start is a very positive start overall, and I I continue to agree with you on Alozie. She is a makeshift fullback, and she finds a way to make it work. That is what Alozie is doing. She likes to go forward, and sometimes she can, give up the ball in a very, delicate situations. We got lucky with that penalty that there was a push behind her to make her fall, but she had the possession to have shielded that ball. I don't know how she ended up on the floor. I think she was losing her footing, and
Mm,
the Tunisian girl helped her by pushing. If not, that would have been a clear path, and eventually would have been a penalty.
mm,
Our central defense were solid. Chiamaka was also solid, and the kid in a candy store, as I call her, Esther Koronkwo. She was playing freely. Did you see that Zidane move on the
the
right?
pirouette. Mm,
That is one thing you cannot predict about that girl. She can turn a game in a swift of an eye blink, and that is the type of player you want starting your team, Sabine in that starting lineup is because physicality, she will match any team in this AFCON. So I look forward to what's to come, and hopefully the coach will start Chegene. She shouldn't be coming in from the bench. She
mm,
is the source of the creativity in that in our Falcon team, and you can notice that there was not much penetration from the middle when most of the game was played. It was our flanks that were the sources of the creativity. We need a creative central midfield that will open up the game for us.
mm. All right, thank you very much. So shared a lot of thoughts. I agree with a lot of the things that you're saying. It's going to be interesting to see. Even when I did my tournament preview or my squad breakdown, I was talking about I want to see how the coach would use Tony Payne and Echegini in that midfield, but he just went completely different from what I was talking about, and he used Ajibade there instead. I didn't like it, but sometimes I understand that okay, maybe they think Ajibade is comfortable in possession, she's calm, so they want her to control the midfield. But for me, you just don't see her best quality when she's playing.
Mhm.
She's not running at people, she's not putting that many. And even the few moments that she had today were when she drifted wide and she was able to put
Yes,
balls into the box. So I think
that's true.
against Tunisia, it doesn't matter that much. But in a match where we're not creating, like today, we created maybe 8 chances. In a match where you don't create as many chances, you want your best player to be playing in her best position. So it's going to be interesting to see. But before I let you go, let me ask you, what did you think of the mass substitution at halftime? Why do you think the coach took off Oshualan? I understand Abiodun with the delicate. She could have easily got sent off in that first half, even. So I
Mhm.
understand that one. But Oshuala and Babajide going off at halftime. Why do you think the coach would have done that?
Um, the only thing I would say is what your thought is. Wardrum did say this hint at what just happened, that these girls are motivated to do their best, that the coaching is most likely going to be the stumbling block of this Falcon team.
Mm,
Babajide is getting into the peak of the game after scoring the second goal, and you pulled her out of the team. Does that make sense to you?
mm,
The source of creativity in the team was just yanked out, after scoring a goal in the first half. And there was no reason to really pull um, Oshoala if there wasn't an injury. At least allowed her to play at least 10 to 15 minutes before bringing in the other players. The only justifiable substitution in the game was Abiodun.
Mm.
That was the only justifiable substitution. I was shocked to watching the game. I'm like, where is Rinsola? Where is Rinsola? I'm like, oh, did this just happen?
Mm.
Yeah, it happened. But it's going to be interesting having Rinsola, Okoronkwo, Ihezuo, Ajibade,
Mm.
and attacking. It's going to be interesting. I'm glad they won 3-0 with a clean sheet. It's the starting of the tournament. This group stage is more like a dress rehearsal. You know it. You said it. I agree with you 100%. It's going to be 9 points. We played the strongest team in the. I wouldn't really say they are the strongest team in this among our three group opponents. I'm thinking Botswana
Mm.
might be a sneaky team among our group stage opponents because they were in the last AFCON. Okay, there's a
We
reason why
played them in the last AFCON. We beat them 2-0.
2-0. Imagine just 2-0,
Mm.
and they're back again. Do you think they have improved? We don't know that.
Mm.
We don't know that. A team that you don't fully know, don't take chances ever on them.
Mm.
We'll see what they play. I believe their game just started. We'll see.
Yeah.
I believe they will beat Algeria. I wouldn't be surprised they beat Algeria by 3-1 or something like that. But they will beat Algeria. So these group stages in games for us is an opportunity, like I said, dress rehearsal to prepare us for the knockout stage. Because I have to say that our knockout stages will be a very stiff opposition all the way to the finals. It's either we're playing Morocco or we're playing Zambia. And when it comes to Zambia, I do not think it would be a good idea to start Ochoala because one, their their central defenders are very mobile, very aggressive,
Mm.
and you need players that can match that physicality. Ochoala can come in the second half to finish up the game, and we need to play against their weakness. Their defense is very rash. They will get red cards and penalties. That is our strength there. And when it comes to the other side, because when you're planning against your opponent, you have to also plan against their strength. We know they have three strengths, and one is very problematic. Barbara Banda. The way to stop Barbara Banda is not letting her make her moves on our central defenders. This is where Deborah Abiodun and Ayinde will be very crucial. And I'm hoping that Christy Chibe will step up her game because today wasn't she was a shadow of herself.
Mm.
Kundunaji will be ready. Banda will be ready. They have the attack. We need to shut that attack down from our midfield.
Mm.
The formation we played today is not the formation we will play against Zambia. You know it.
Yeah.
We're not going to play a two sitting midfielders against Zambia. It's going to be a 4-3-3 against Zambia. Against if it happens to be Morocco, we'll be okay with playing a 4-4-2
Mm. Mm.
or 4-2-3-1.
Mm. All right. Thank you very much. So I have to let you go now. Because I want
Bye,
us
my
to, I
brother.
want to go and watch the Botswana game.
Botswana
Yeah.
game as well. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, my brother.
Thank you very much for your thoughts. Always nice to hear from you.
You too, you too. You take care, my
All
brother.
right. And thank you to everyone that has been watching. Thank you to everyone that has liked this video. Thank you to everyone that is a new subscriber. We'll be doing this every match day until we win the WAFCON. I didn't get my words wrong. Every match day until we win the AFCON. We'll be doing this live watch along, post match conversation, and hopefully we are here to cheer our Super Falcons all the way until the end. Thank you very much. My name is AyoT. This is Eagles Tracker, the home of Nigerian football. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so that you catch the next video as we review the second game for us in this WAFCON 2024. Bye bye, guys. Enjoy your evening and watch Botswana versus Algeria.